Alright, and as usual, this game is not for the easily disturbed, and I'm already warning you guys right now. If you're easily disturbed, if you're squeamish, if you don't like gory stuff, please, you can step out right now and save yourself from all the psychological harm that this game is gonna cause you. Alright, so I think we should just head straight into it. Okay, so it auto-save, but I'm just gonna load the save that I did. Okay. So last where we left off, just for you guys to have a quick recap, we went home alone this day because Sayori decided to go home early because she said she was gonna do a couple of things, and then we find her in her house the next day. Oh, sorry, I kind of messed it up. Okay, wait. So the previous school day, Sayori goes home early because she says she has to take care of some things. Then the next day, we go and visit her in her house, and she's just in her room, and we haven't heard from her since the day that she left and didn't wait for us going back home. And she's essentially just saying that, you know, she has depression, and the main character, the protagonist, says that he had no idea that she had depression and all that. And yeah, so we are gonna be meeting Yuri because we're working on props with her for the upcoming festival. So we had to leave Sayori. We had to leave her house, and we have to go meet Yuri. Hey, how are you doing? Hold on, guys. Let me just fix something. Okay. Welcome in. Okay, I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. No, it's not my first playthrough. I played it before, but I also don't want to spoil anything for anyone because I want everyone to experience it as if it's the first time. So yeah, I have an idea of what's gonna happen and I'm trying not to spoil too much. I have been trying to keep myself from saying something that might spoil what happens next. But I actually really like this game. I like how the storytelling is in this game. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, but I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great! It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. Actually, same here. I would, like, if there was a device that could wipe my memory of particular events, I would wipe Doki Doki out and just play it again. Because I swear, like, the first time you play Doki Doki, the reaction that you feel once that certain part of the game hits it's crazy. And it's not gonna hit as much as it did now because this is my second playthrough, but I feel like I will still somehow feel a little bit of it, but not as intense, you know? Who's your favorite character in Doki Doki, by the way? Because I think it's pretty obvious Yuri is my favorite character. And kinda happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Huh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. It would be Sayori. Yeah, actually that is understandable because I also like Sayori's personality. I feel like she's my second favorite character, but personally I just feel like I relate to Yuri a lot. Like, we have a lot in common. So, she's naturally my favorite character in the game. Hey Danny, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. You haven't missed anything yet. I actually just started. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Okay, so actually, fun fact, you guys, jasmine scent is actually an indication that there is a ghost present here in the Philippines. Like, it's a superstition. If you randomly smell jasmine, it's possible that there is some kind of supernatural being near. So it creeps some people out, but personally I do like the smell of jasmine. And there's a particular plant, the night blooming jasmine, that is so cool to me because it only blooms at night. So naturally you can only smell the flowers at night, and it's pretty creepy if you think about it, because you know what they say about ghosts and nighttime, right? Like, usually they do come out at night. So I actually really like that plant. Jasmine is a flower, it's a plant. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but here in the Philippines, we call it sampaguita. It's like white flowers, and they give off this pretty strong scent. And there's a superstition here wherein if you randomly smell jasmine in an area that seems to not have any plants, it's most likely that there is something supernatural nearby. It only grows in spring. Well, I think here it grows all year because we only have like we have 2 seasons actually, but overall, like, it's pretty much just the same temperature throughout the year-ish. Depends. Doing great, having a chill Sunday with Kitty in your lap. That's nice. That's great that you have a chill Sunday. I actually pampered myself. I went to the salon. I actually spent most of my day there and just did a whole self-care day. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to play this game again because the best part is near. Like, I swear, we're so close, you guys. And I honestly wish I could stop yapping, but I'm such a yapper, like I'm a chronic yapper, that I can't stop myself from talking. Self-care day sounds amazing, right? Like, we need that. We need that every once in a while. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Talking makes everything more interesting. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, because I feel like that's what makes gameplay different from the no commentary gameplay that you can just pull up on YouTube. But, you know, to an extent, like if you yap too much, I feel like I do yap a lot. So it just stalls way too much. Did you purchase the origami paper that I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm gonna cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Okay. So I also relate to Yuri with how she acts, because I find it a lot easier to, I guess, like communicate or interact with people if I'm only focused on like one person, like it's just me and another person. But if it's like a group, I find it hard to actually communicate, and you know, because I'm actually very reserved as a person in real life. I only say things like if I really feel like saying things. I don't say things like out of nowhere. So I give it some thought before I talk. So I actually don't really talk that much. But when it's just me and like another person, I feel like I can actually go on and on, you know. To an extent, I can yap a lot, but it also depends on the company. Unless streamer yaps so much they miss the comments. Yeah, I really try. I try to read everything in the chat because I personally feel kind of guilty when I ignore a chat message. So yeah. Big groups can be draining, especially for introverted people. Your social battery can handle just so much people. You know, it's kind of funny because I feel like I don't know if I'm an introvert. Sometimes I feel like I am, but other times I actually find it fun to go to like big social, like, I don't know, gatherings and events. Like, I don't know. I just have to be in a particular mood. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Darls. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Let me just turn on the AC and fix the direction. Okay. 16 personality test. I'm not sure if it's the 16 personality test that I did, but according to the MBTI, like, I'm an INFP, so I think I'm primarily introverted, I think. But then again, it's been years since I last took that, so I don't know if that changes. Like, do you have to take personality tests again after a while? It's funny because I'm asking this and I'm a psychology graduate. Oh, it is a 16 personality test result. Yeah, I'm an INFP. I think that's the mediator, I think. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Okay. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out, yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Girl. Same, actually. Like, I don't know. I actually like knives too. I would get a knife collection. Your ISFJ defender. Do I have any game recommendations? Well, I guess the first thing would be, what kind of games do you enjoy? Like, what genre of games do you play usually? They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. Like, guys, I actually want to buy a butterfly knife because I have a practice tool. Let me get it. Like I have this scuffed butterfly knife practice toy or whatever, and I really want a butterfly knife. Like, I feel like it's so cool, like doing the tricks and stuff like that. And the fact that I actually took a lot of my time learning tricks like on this tool, and it's a bit flimsy. I feel like it's just about time to get an actual butterfly knife. For self-defense, maybe. But also for display, for aesthetic purposes. Like, imagine a knife collection displayed in your house. I think that's pretty cool. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. You've been playing psychological horror games and visual novels. Okay, so I guess I can't really recommend much for the visual novel genre, but for psychological horror games, if you haven't played Mouthwashing yet, I highly recommend it. Like, I really liked Mouthwashing. Honestly, the story was told so well. The characters were written so well. The ambience, the environment, it was so good. It was so fitting. And, you know, like, if you enjoy those, like, psychological horror games where you just see, like, the decline of their mental well-being, that's, like, a perfect game. Yeah, the Silent Hill 2 remake is also pretty... It's new. It's pretty popular right now because it just came out, and I actually want to play that as well. Let's see. because I have a lot of games in queue right now for this month. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. And yeah, you should also try checking out the Silent Hill franchise if you haven't played Silent Hill yet. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. So many games, so little time. Exactly. Like, I have so many games I have on my list of games to play on stream, but I haven't gotten around to even half of it. So, let's see. Let's see how long it will take for me to finish that list. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow, Darls, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. Oh, she doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Darls, did you really just do that? Okay, honestly, this is a really weird part of the game, and I do not relate to Yuri at this part of the game. Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Darls. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see, that's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. Girls doing teamwork. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. I don't mind. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Ah, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like blood on her hands. So I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Also, going back to your question, for game recommendations, I do know one visual novel, but I don't know if it's psychological horror. Maybe you should try out the Vampire the Masquerade visual novels, because personally I enjoyed the Vampire the Masquerade games. Like, it was a very iconic game and kind of ahead of its time. I haven't tried the visual novels yet though, so I can't really vouch for it, but it seems interesting. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. I know! Wait, okay. I'm actually so... like, thank God you know Vampire the Masquerade, because I don't think anyone in my chat yet has ever heard of Vampire the Masquerade. It's such a classic game. Like, I love vampire stuff in general. And that game is just, oh, it's so good. Like, Redemption and Bloodlines, both of them were so good. Hey Damio, how are you doing? I saw the video that you sent on the Discord. The doggos are so cute. The game of your youth. It's so good, man. Like, it's ahead of its time, really. And I do want to play that on stream too, because I haven't played it yet on stream, but I have played it before. Like, way back. I was still using my laptop. The escape doggo. Sky. You think you saw it on TikTok? Yeah, I feel like I don't know if you guys watch Daff, like 39 Daff. She did play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I was so happy that she played it, because I don't think I've ever really seen anyone stream that, like a big streamer. So many people recommended for you to play, but you never found time. Like, it's so good. And I don't know if you guys also have heard of Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. It was like the Battle Royale type game that they released, and the different vampire clans from Vampire the Masquerade were there. you watched one person playing. Like, honestly, I think it was just 39 Daft that I saw playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. But anyway, I did play Blood Hunt for a little bit, but I don't know, I'm not really into Battle Royale games that much, so I didn't really get like super into it. But it was nice to get another game related to the Vampire the Masquerade franchise somehow. And I was pretty bummed when they announced that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was gonna slow down in production because they had some issues with the developer. But I'm still waiting for it, and it's honestly on my wish list in Steam. I'm just waiting for them to make an announcement that it's finally out. But it seemed promising. Like, I watched like I don't know if it was legit, but I saw like the trial gameplay on YouTube and it looks really promising. I hope it does come out soon too. Like, I swear, we need more Vampire the Masquerade games. Like, I wish it was a bigger franchise, but at the same time, I like that it's such a niche franchise because I want to gatekeep that game. It's so good, man. Like, I swear, I'm very passionate about Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, we need more games like that in general. Like, I did play this other game. It was Vampire or Vampire. It's Vampyr. But I played it because it was another vampire game, but it didn't hit as much as Vampire the Masquerade. I feel like it's because Vampire the Masquerade is like an open world type with like, it's not just like completely serious. There are some comedic moments too. And that was what made it fun, and especially the ocean house part, like that, honestly, that was my favorite part of the game, and the way that they made Shining references, it was so good. I swear, I'm super passionate about Vampire the Masquerade, you guys. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. I will be playing it. I just don't know when, but I definitely will. Like, I can't not stream those games. Yes, Redemption and Bloodlines. Just having a friend next to me. Like, honestly, the story of those games are so unique. Especially Redemption. I actually was so amazed of like the whole story in Redemption. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. But I liked how Bloodlines was like a 3D, like first person open world RPG-ish game. That's what I liked about Bloodlines. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yeah, open world is so fun exploring. I actually enjoy playing open world games a lot. But I don't enjoy it when I stream open world games because you guys are just gonna see me circling around like, I don't know, the same location for like 30 minutes because that's how I play open world games. Yeah, like Easter eggs. And that's another thing, like I really enjoy the GTA franchise as well. And GTA games have a lot of Easter eggs, and it's fun to find like the secrets beneath the maps. Hey Kunwari streamer, how are you doing? Yes, it's that creepy, psychologically disturbing game. Circling around and exploring is the best part. I agree. Like, I spent a lot of my time just circling around. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. A yandere dating simulator. Well, not quite, but close. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry, Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face! There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Oh, this view, you guys. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. You can learn a few things from this game, you guys. Like, just borrow the dialogues in this game and try it on your next date. Huh, is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah, I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my waist, or wrist rather, send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seemed to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. Gives you a vampire vibe. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I mean, Yuri did lick the blood from the main character's hand, so I get where you're going with the whole vampire vibe. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Evening. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry, I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Okay, you guys, you know what would be cool though? Like if they actually had an assistant in this game where it just reads the dialogue, like some AI voice or whatever. Like, honestly, Doki Doki devs, if you're listening, maybe you can try and implement that. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. Excuse me, I yawned. I woke up really early today, you guys. Like, I ended stream around almost 1 a.m. last night, and I woke up at 6 a.m. so I only got like 5 hours of sleep. Or less, actually. Because I didn't get to fall asleep like shortly after stream yet. Like, I was still up for a little bit. Please save the voice of our streamers. Yes. Hopefully I don't lose my voice because I do have a lot of streams planned out for the next weeks. Yeah, it's not enough. Like, I actually saw this article where they said that women actually need more hours of sleep than men because their body needs that rest. Like, all of the body functions and anything and everything going on in a woman's body need like at least, I think, around 9 hours of sleep, I think. I'm gonna try to look for that article, you guys, but I read something like that. And then meanwhile, like, men can actually live off of 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Even more than your cat. Yeah, I feel like it's just because of like everything going on, like hormones and everything. Like, a woman's cycle, it's crazy. A lot going on. So I feel like that's why they advise that women need more hours of sleep. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. It is not easy to be a woman. I completely agree. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, darls. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Ah! Hi, darls. Sayori! Just now you weren't... It's okay, darls. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course, Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, darls? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, darls. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, darls. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Oh, she's falling for him. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Darls, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. Alright, Damio, good luck putting the pups to sleep. Hopefully it doesn't give you so much of a hard time to the point that your back will hurt. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. True crush. Oh no, I'm not gonna say the 3 words. You'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. Friend zone. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. Story of your life. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is that what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize it now. You really do know me better than anyone, Darls. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. True, she is brave. Like, she has a lot of guts. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. I haven't played any Doki Doki mods. I actually don't know how those work. Like, what kind of mods do they have for this game? I actually need the blanket, you guys. It's getting a bit cold. I took Lena with me because she was using the blanket, like she was on top of it, just lying down, and I just got it from her. So she should just stay here with me. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. It's a bit colder the past couple of days because there's actually a storm. I think it's been raining pretty hard the past couple of days. And yeah, it's the rainy season. It's usually colder at this time of the year. But definitely not as cold as how cold it would be in Europe though. Oh, stay here, Lena. She's just sitting on the armrest, you guys. She's just here. Stay here. You can lie down here. Your cat is trying to warm up. He put his face under your pit and sleeping like that. Oh, that's extremely cold. Like, it doesn't get that cold here. Like, I guess the coldest it can get here is around 20 degrees Celsius. Like 24. And that's not even where I live. Like, it's not in the metro where it gets as cold as that. Like, you would have to go to the mountains to get that kind of temperature. But here, I feel like the coldest it can get is around 27 degrees Celsius. And I guess an average day would be around 30 degrees. Like, that's how hot it gets here. Right? It is. We have really, like, obviously, because it's a tropical country, temperature is hot as usual. 11 degrees in Poland. It's very windy. 27, you need AC. Exactly why we have ACs here in the Philippines. Like, honestly, I feel like it is doable. Like, I can fall asleep with the windows open and no AC. No problem, but it's a lot more comfortable having an AC. And that's why when I go to other countries, like, whatever is normal temperature, like not that cold for them, is already cold for me. I'm gonna give it everything I got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. There's no way you can fall asleep when it's 20 degrees. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. In the chair, maybe, but in bed it gets too sweaty. Yeah, well, that's the Philippines for you. I guess if you ever visit the Philippines, you would be just constantly sweating because the weather, the temperature here, it doesn't get any colder than 27 in the city. Unless it's raining, it would be probably around 26, 25, and that's as cold as it will get. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Darls, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Hey, Juicy. Oh, Monica is your favorite? Personally, I would say Yuri is the best girl, but I respect that. To each their own. You would probably need a week or two to get used to it, at least a bit. Yeah, I guess it would it would take much less time to adjust to hotter weather, I imagine. Cuz personally, when I went to Japan, I found it really hard to adjust to the cold weather, but around like I don't know, more than a week, I got a little bit more accustomed to the temperature cuz it's colder in Japan, obviously. I went there during spring, and I swear when I arrived there, it was so cold for me. Like I had so many layers, but after like a week, I think I started wearing less layers and like thinner pieces of clothing. So, yeah, but I feel like if it's hotter temperature, like what you're trying to adjust to, it would be a lot easier compared to cold because I feel like hot temperatures are easier to withstand compared to like cold. I don't know about you guys. It's the ponytail probs. Winter do be insane, yes. And like visiting another country during the winter made me realize I actually don't like the snow. Because we don't have winter here in the Philippines, right? And I've never experienced snow until I went to Korea. And it was just, I did not enjoy the snow, you guys. Like, I'm so weak when it comes to cold temperatures. Like, to be fair, even showering, I can't turn up my temperature. Like, it needs to be boiling. Well, I'm pretty sure Juicy bathes in much hotter temperature, but I do have to take a bath in hot water, like practicing for hell type water. Filipinos that come to Europe adjust fast to cold. What, really? I can't. I can't. I don't think I will adjust easily. And I might be visiting Norway like soon, but I don't know when yet. So that's gonna be a test, and I'm gonna let you guys know. Food is more heavy to easier to get fat. It helps with cold. Fall girly, not gonna lie. Honestly, yes. But then at the same time, I feel like I'm primarily a summer type of person because I really like the sun. Lava type. Yes, exactly, lava. And yes, I'll I'll actually be updating chat when we go to Norway if I can adjust to the weather because I heard that it's really cold in Norway. And we plan on going there during the winter. So let's see, you guys. And who knows, maybe I can do an IRL stream by that time when we visit Norway. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. Yeah, I feel like it's the wind that gets you. Like, especially when I went to Japan, it was it was so windy and the wind was kind of piercing through my skin, like on my face. So I had to wear a face mask because it would hurt my cheeks. Like the wind is so cold that it actually hurts. That's so true. If there's no wind, I feel like cold weather is bearable. But if there is, it's like, Jesus, like, why am I even outside? Yeah, lips get way easier chapped when it's cold. Yeah, you gotta keep the lip balm ready and the moisturizer and everything. Like that's something that here in the Philippines, admittedly, I don't regularly moisturize my face because I don't know. Sometimes you don't really need it. My face just does fine. But in Korea and in Japan when I visited, it was like I can't even last half a day without applying moisturizer or lip balm because my skin would be flaking or just really drying up. And I think that's what's annoying about cold weather. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Really? Let's see. I'm actually excited to visit Europe because I've never been. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Dorals. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here, but I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know was best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Me when I really felt this poem, like from the bottom of my heart, the get out of my head. This very, very moving. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Darls, what's wrong? Sounds like something you could dance on. Or like put a beatbox over it. Sample it. Make it a house remix. Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Okay, guys. Before we head to the next part of the game, I just want to warn everyone. Okay, remember the warning at the start of the game every time we start it up? This is not for the easily disturbed. So if you're easily disturbed, if you're squeamish, if you don't enjoy like psychologically damaging things, feel free to just step away from the stream and just leave, you know? Like, I'm telling you guys, like, everyone who's gonna watch this part of the game, just take a deep breath right now, drink water, hydrate, grab a snack, grab a drink, and just watch. Just literally, like, I'm just gonna tell you guys to watch. I'm not even gonna yap or anything. We're just gonna go straight into the story. Yeah. I believe in you guys. You're strong. But I'm gonna lock in this part of the game. So I might not be able to yap that much. I will be checking your chats, but we're gonna just lock in. Don't strain yourself. Don't strain yourself. The way I messed that up. I'm slightly nervous, you guys. Like, I haven't played this game in years. So I actually don't remember some parts of it, but you know, somehow I still feel that chill down my spine. So let's go, you guys. I'm gonna stop yapping now. Let's go. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayo! Actual goosebumps, you guys. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. 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 Solution. Please don't use this as a solution for being friend zone, you guys. Okay, you guys see what's different? You guys see what's off about the screen? Look at Sayori's picture. It's all glitchy and you can see Monica over it. And the new game, it's all scuffed. Oh. So when you press the new game, it just shows up like this. And on the first part of the game, we meet Sayori, right? So this is supposed to be Sayori's dialogue. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, like exactly the same dialogue. That girl is... is this Vietnamese? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I laughed, but... it's so sad that we can't prevent her death. Yeah, it's really sad. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making. Okay, we've read these dialogues. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. So it's a new game, but the story, the plot is different. He doesn't walk to school with Sayori. He says that he walks alone every day. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Darls? Monica? Oh my goodness! I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. So, Monica says that there's only 3 members in the literature club when originally there were 4 girls, including Sayori. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Darls, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome, you're really sweet, Darls, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Darls. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, so let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Darls in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. We're a male character, and that's why we chose to join the literature club because they're cute girls and he wanted to meet a girl, basically. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Darls? You have to find a literature club in your city. Well, be careful what you wish for. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Girls can be unstable everywhere. Honestly, that's true. As a girl myself, I agree. It's a very unstable, very unstable life. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I just realized we've been reading this dialogue, but we already went through this dialogue before. So I don't know if I should still read, you guys. Should I? I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Okay. I'm just gonna skip through this. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set, carefully places a teacup in front of each of us. We keep a whole tea set. Yeah, we read this before. Yuri's trying to impress us. She enjoys tea. Asks me what I want. I like reading. Honestly, in real life, I'm not much of a reader at all. Okay, she says this entire thing. I remember this part of the game. I actually relate to Yuri because she says that she likes horror, which I like horror as well. I'm just gonna skip through this and I'm gonna let my vocal cords rest. Okay, and then they decide to do this daily activity thing where they write a poem when they get home and they present whatever poem they wrote to the club. Oh! Monica said that she's trying really hard to find new members. This is not in the initial game. Like, Monica said that they only have 3 members, but she needs 4 for the club to be official. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is a price I need to pay, right. I've decided I'll join the literature club. Yeah, and they said this. Now they're an official club. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Okay. Alright, with that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. We already read this before, but minus Sayori. Alright, poem writing time. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Let's reveal the special message. What was it? I didn't see it. What was it? Wait, let's write the poem first. Look, Monica is not here. It's just Yuri and Natsuki. Portrait, philosophy, afterimage, infinite, graveyard, depression, dark, death, hurt, whisper, call it, grief, scars, unstable, fester, effulgent, massacre, tragedy, horror, infallible. Hi again, Dorals. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Wait. How do I see the bonus? Oh. Happy thoughts.png. Trace back. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. So, as you guys can see, this is a text file, and there's a dialogue here. And it's talking about deleting a girl. So, basically, somebody deleted Sayori from the game. Can you hear me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I chose not to blame myself for the actions. All I did was untie the knot. Okay. Insecure directory? And in the characters folder, it's just Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. Sayori is gone. Home words. Oh, you can actually see which words win. I didn't get to see the hidden poem, you guys. I kind of want to search it. Oh, so it's like random poems out of 11. Okay, we'll go through those later. Let's just see which ones we get. Now don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Darls. Did you guys see her face glitched? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh my god, and look you guys, look in the background, you can see Sayori. This is the first time I noticed that, really, like, it's creepy. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? She's over the dialogue. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Darls. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Okay, we already read this previously. So basically Yuri just lends us a book and she has another copy of the book, so they're gonna read it together. Yeah, and these are the same dialogues. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but would feel bad for distracting her. I catch a glimpse of the cover, same book she lent. Yeah, and this happened too previously. This is a perfect time to rest and hydrate. Oh, wait, let's go back. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Why so defensive, girl? That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Darls? Yeah, okay, we read this part. Oh, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. My whole body gets incredibly when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Oh. Oh my god, look, it's not Sayori's picture anymore in the background. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Yeah. I was just bathing in the what? Those creepy dialogues go too fast and I actually want to read it. Okay. Can't skip creepy dialogues. Yeah. Right? But it goes way too fast. And it doesn't even show up in the history. So you can't reread it. I'm just gonna skip through the dialogues because it's just the same thing that happened in the beginning. Except there are some additional creepy dialogues. Oh. Okay, so in this part, we tell Yuri that the character reminds us of her because of how she's reserved and quiet. Then Yuri says something else here that she thinks, or she thought at least, that we were referring to another quality. Never mind, we didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Darls? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note and slip it into my bag. Let's show it to Monica. She seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know that I'm putting in effort. Hi, Darls. Having a good time? Yeah, we read this. Okay. It's the same dialogues. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Okay, sound very good. Same dialogue. Oh, hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Very freeform. Okay. Alright, Danny, no problem. Yeah, you should go and get some food. I appreciate you hanging out and dropping by today. And honestly, thank you so much for dropping by consistently on my streams. A lot of reading, yeah. And yes, I will try to get some sleep tonight. I know I have to be early tomorrow. I think I have to wake up at 5. But I kind of want to just breeze through this game and finish it so I can get started on a different game tomorrow. But yeah, have a great day. Okay, let's show our poem to Yuri. Don't stay too long. Yeah, I'll try. I'm just skipping through it because we already went through these dialogues. Yeah, it's the same poem. Oh, we can actually skip. Damn, let's just use the skip. Oh! Did we miss something? Oh. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, huh? Okay, it's their argument. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See, just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Oh, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Darls hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Huh. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Darls, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I... It's skipping. Yuri. Yuri. Hi, Monica. Hey, girly. Hello? Hey, Darls. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki or did. Darls, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Ooh, foreshadowing. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Darls. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate... Okay. She cut her off. Inferno, Fester, Nightgown, Hurt, Jumpy, Unstable, Grief, Yes, Incongruent, Disown, Massacre, Extreme, defeat, pout, captive, disarray, embrace, climax, eternity, agonizing. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here. Okay, the usual scene greets me, and now we see Sayori again. I feel like it shows Sayori when it's gonna be a creepy scene. Welcome back, Darls. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems, but whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way that you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Darls, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez, whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. I lost track of time. Makes no sense. This was dialogue from the first playthrough. I'm practicing piano. Yeah, okay. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Darls, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry, my heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, It's a nice cup of tea. Okay. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? Oh, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Haha, haha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach a corner and peer around it. Yuri? Oh my god. I forgot about that. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Darls, do you like oolong tea? Okay. Yo, I forgot about some parts of the game. That's crazy. Okay, it's a little bit easier. It can read easier. Back pain. Same dialogues. I'm just skipping through it, you guys. Yeah, it's the same. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Darls. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Darls. My heart won't stop pounding, Darls. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Darls? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh my god, look at her eyes, you guys. It's so creepy. It's so creepy, y'all. Forgot about that part. It's time to share poems. Let's show it to Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you written for today. Okay. Let's see her poem. My heart just pounds holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Darls? I'm not being weird, right? I am having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Wheel, a rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 years in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for each rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bald head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 years and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though. Okay, Monica. Charles, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, at least I have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me, the colors they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Oh, it's the same poem earlier, but there's like different emphasis on other words. Delete her. So it kind of gives us this clue. Monica wrote a poem that has delete her, and we saw in the notes, the text that we saw in our file explorer, that whoever was in charge of deleting stuff is probably in this game too, so it's Monica. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Okay. Who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's road to Natsuki. Yeah, just as I thought. Darls, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. Okay. It's the same dialogue. Special poem! Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early, cooks me dinner, gives me allowance, spends time with me, asks about my friends, asks about anything, gives me lunch money, comes home before sundown, cooks, gives me privacy, doesn't tell me how to dress, doesn't comment on my friends, doesn't comment on my hobbies and comes home without waking me up. Honestly, bare minimum for a father. Keeps his food in the house, uses his inside voice, leaves myself alone, accidentally drops coins in the couch. Too tired to notice me, too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something? We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members? Anyway, we already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here? Okay. I wish we could skip our lunch. I mean, I wish we could skip this dialogue and like kind of make it seem like we're having a lunch out or something. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Darls joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Darls isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Darls want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Charles, why did you even join the club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well... What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Darls, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club, but this one? I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Darls? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Darls? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Darls before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Okay, you guys, so I'm getting pretty sleepy and tired, and I have to wake up at pretty much 5 a.m. tomorrow, and it's 12, and I need to get some rest.